It's currently 5:54 a.m. I woke up about 20 minutes ago and now I'm recording this video. And I'd obviously rather be sleeping right now. I would rather be catching up on my sleep, especially since I went to bed pretty late last night. I went to bed at about 10, but I actually fell asleep around 11:30, 11:40. But I made the conscious decision to wake up at 5:30, and I'll be doing as best as I can, trying to wake up at that time every single day. Every single day from now on at 5:30 a.m. no matter what. Even if I went out with my friends the night before, even if I spent the whole night awake, even if I spent the entire time boozing. My goal is for the rest of the year to wake up every single day, or at least as many days as I can, at 5:30 a.m. And there are a couple reasons for that. First of all, I think waking up early just gives you waking up early, definitely one of the benefits of it is that it makes you feel like you're making more out of the day. I hate when I wake up at 12 or 1 p.m. I feel like the day's already gone to waste. And that's even without having like actual plans or things to do. If you have plans or things to do, then for me, I find that it can be really hard to fit everything into that schedule. Because let's say you spent Friday night boozing. You wake up at 12 or 1 p.m. and then you have another party that night at about 7. From 1 to 7, if you're someone like me, you have to eat breakfast, go to the gym, record videos, or whatever productive work that you have to do. Take a shower, eat again, get ready for that a specific thing. Which, to be honest, that might not be 6 hours. I think that's fairly doable. But, the gym takes 2 hours. And then you have another hour of you just eating breakfast. And then another hour of you getting ready. So that's 4 hours already. And that's not taking however much time it might take you to walk to the gym, come back, especially if you have to drive to your gym. Then that's already 4 hours plus out of that 6-hour block that's already taken up. And that might not be the worst thing in the world, but then let's say you only have 1 hour to do your work. Or you can do the other thing where you decide to shorten the workout and put more time into your work. I still think that's kind of a sacrifice because you don't end up spending as much time as you would have you have to give some kind of trade-off. Either your work isn't as good as it could have been, or your workout isn't as good as it could have been. You're skimping yourself somewhere. And that's the kind of dilemma or issue I find myself a lot of the time when I wake up late. Especially since I have so many things I want to do in the day. I want to record these videos. I want to edit these videos. I want to go to the gym for 2+ hours. I eat a whole bunch. There's so many things to be done in a specific day that, for me, again, those shortened amount of hours, they're just not enough for me. So I feel like waking up at 5:30 a.m. is great, or at least waking up pretty early is great, because then you practically have all the time you need, or that is necessary, in order to accomplish your goals for the day. A second great thing about waking up early is that obviously you don't necessarily have to deal with as many distractions as the average person. You don't have to deal with your family being awake, hopefully, your partner, your roommates, etc. Nobody is texting you. Nobody's texting you at 5:30 a.m. Like, let's be realistic. Unless your friend is like on the same wavelength as you, which if you have that, awesome. And I actually have a friend who is similar to that, but even he is not like texting my phone at this hour. But the bottom line is that you just don't have as many distractions. You're not being sent notifications for real. Nobody's texting you for real at this time. You're not really getting that many emails, messages, WhatsApp notifications, even though I have all my notifications off. You're just not getting that same level of distraction you would if you woke up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Because at that point, everybody else is awake as well. You're able to just have this mental clarity of presence. You don't have, again, you're not being bombarded with the same level of distractions, the same noise. People just aren't awake as much. And that can be a good thing. As much as I love other people, it can definitely provide a lot of noise that distracts you a lot. So not having that is another great thing. Third thing, it really shows how committed and how important the thing you are doing is for you. A lot of times people say, I see this a lot, like you'll see some like basketball player. It's like Anthony Davis, LeBron, Kobe. It's like, oh, why were they getting up at 4:30, 5:30? Why were they getting up so early? They could have just done the training at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. And it would have been the same. If they practiced like 6 hours that day, it would have been 10 to 4 versus 4 to 10. That sounds way better. And yeah, I know the workouts are split up, but that's just for the sake of example. A lot of people ask, why are they spending so much time, or why are they waking up so early when they could do the same shit later? I think it, especially in the case of a basketball player, can be a bit different, or just athlete in general, because you dedicate your entire life to this specific physical thing. But even them, the idea is If you wake up at 4:30, 5:30 for something, you are proving to yourself how much this thing means to you, how much of a priority it is to you. Just something about it, just psychologically, it does something. Same reason Mike Tyson said that he would wake up in the middle of the night just to do mile runs. And the only reason he did that was because he knew the other guy wasn't doing it. And once you know you're putting in a certain level of work, like, oh, I'm waking up at 4:30, I'm waking up at 5, I'm waking up at 5:30 to accomplish my goals, you start to believe that you deserve success more. And I think what gets in a lot of people's ways is they feel like they don't deserve success. And I've definitely felt this way as well. I'm not different from you guys. I've definitely felt that too, where I felt like I don't deserve the success that I want. But once you start to do specific things, once you start to sacrifice for your goal, even if it's again waking up super early, your brain starts to be like, well, I wake up at 4:30, of course I deserve to succeed. And once you believe you deserve something, your inclination to go for it unrestricted, unrestrained, you don't feel bad about it anymore. You can truly pursue that thing unabashedly because you know, I am sacrificing this goal. I deserve to win more than whoever isn't doing the same thing that I'm doing because I'm sacrificing more. That can definitely, it can be a good boost. It can be a good boost. And it's also just nice psychologically to feel like you deserve what you're getting more, because then you don't feel guilty about it. And again, you can go after it unrestrained because it's something you want and you feel like you deserve it. So you just feel way better. Plus, even in the case where you're not the bodybuilder or the athlete who can dedicate their entire day to training basketball or training soccer or training football, I think that's only more reason to try to find whatever time you can in order to achieve your goals. Because let's say you're a dad. If you're a dad, you're gonna have work. You're gonna have to take care of the kids. You're gonna have to, drop the kids off at school. You're gonna have to blah, 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 do these things for your wife. So sometimes the only time you do have is 4:30 a.m. to wake up, get a lift in, and then go on about your day. And yeah, of course, you can go to sleep at whatever time, take naps later. But sometimes the only time you have to yourself are those early morning hours where nobody else is awake, nobody else has these expectations, these requirements of what they need you to do. It's just you time, your own time to do whatever you want. Sometimes the only time you have to do that is before everybody else wakes up, because then nobody feels entitled to your time because they don't even know that you have that time available. Now, throughout all this, obviously, sleep is really important. I really value sleep. My goal is to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep as many nights as I possibly can. Every day that I don't go out with my friends at night, I'm going to try to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I have plans Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's Tuesday today. So tonight I'm going to try, which I think is really doable, especially because I barely slept last night, to get 9 hours. Wednesday, I'm going to try to get 9 hours. Sunday, I'm going to try to get 9 hours. I have plans those 3 days. I'm going to try to get 9 hours these days where I'm not going out. And if I have time to sneak in a nap, on any of those days, which I might, since most of those plans are again at night, after I finish all my work for the day, then I will definitely take those opportunities. Sleep is so important. But at the end of the day, my goals are more important than my sleep. That's the point that I've reached. Sleep is extremely important to me, and my goals are still more important than that. Because you can always get more sleep. You can always sleep. You can always catch up on your sleep. Whereas in terms of like missing a day where you could have been productive, you could have worked towards things you really care about, you won't get that same time back. It's impossible. You just can't do it, unfortunately. I've reached the point where I can't keep putting things off. Not to hang out with my friends. Absolutely not to waste time and goof off. And not even to sleep. I can't keep using sleep as a excuse for me to not accomplish my goals. And once again, I value it so much. I value it so much. And I'm gonna try to track my sleep for these next couple of days and just see how I feel. But yeah, I think this waking up at 5:30 a.m., among other habits that I'm implementing, will certainly be a game changer. I hope it'll change things, because I gave the other way of living life a shot for a really long time. I've given the value sleep over goals lifestyle a try for 20 years at this point. And it hasn't gotten me to where I need to be. And that's fine, because I didn't know any better, but now that I do, hoping this can be like a new dawn for my life. So that was pretty much it. I'm gonna be waking up at 5:30 a.m. for as many days as I possibly can. I suggest you try it as well. And yeah, it might just change your life. Peace.